What if I told you there's a way for you to attract 5 to 10 of your dream clients every single month without you copy and pasting hundreds of cold DMs or cold emails every single day? Well, in this video, I'm gonna break down the exact funnel which I use for my own agency where I spend $70,000 per month on, and I'm gonna show you exactly how you can copy paste it into your agency and you can start to sign 5 to 10 new clients per month with only $20 per day in ad spend. And by the way, you can set this up over the next 1 to 2 days and never have to worry about where your next client's gonna come from. And just so you know, I'm kind of qualified to talk about this because right now, this exact funnel I'm gonna break down makes us $410K per month for my own marketing agency. So I'm pretty qualified to show you exactly how this works. So with that being said, let's jump into the video. Okay, so the funnel itself is actually pretty simple. All it is an ad which drives to what's called an opt-in page, which collects the name, number, and email of the person who's opting in. That opt-in page then redirects to what's called a VSL, and then the VSL sends them to your calendar to where the prospect will then book in a call directly with you. And what's beautiful about this strategy is that it requires no manual input. These ads run 24/7 without any input from you, and they automatically drive people to book in a call onto your calendar. So literally all you do every single day is you just need to wake up and take the calls which have been booked in onto your calendar. Now, the key to making this entire funnel work is to have an ad on the front end which explains exactly what your offer is and details the results that you've gotten in the past. That's all the ad needs to do. And if the prospect believes that your offer is actually going to get them the same results that you've got your other clients, they'll book in a call with you every single time. But the way in which you make them believe that is by obviously, number one, stating your offer, and number two, backing it up with a handful of results. Now, I know I'm probably going to get in the comment section, what if you don't have any past results? Well, here's what you need to do if you don't have any past results. You need to have a free until result offer, which essentially means that you work for free for your client until you achieve a predefined result, whatever that might be. That might be a certain number of leads, it might be a certain number of jobs, a certain number of revenue, whatever the predefined result is that the client and yourself are happy to agree on. You then work for free until you've delivered that, and then once you've delivered that result, you can then charge the client 5K or 10K or whatever the number is, again, that you predefine. So essentially what this does is it removes all the risk from your client so that essentially they feel comfortable moving forward with you, because at the end of the day, you don't have any results to prove your points to be true. So they're kind of taking what you're saying at face value, which typically isn't good enough to get the sale. So that's why you do this free until result type offer. Now, I'm about to share my screen here and show you exactly how to set this exact funnel up and install it into your agency so that quite literally, starting from tomorrow, you can start to generate sales calls and start closing clients without doing any manual outbound labor, okay? Now, before I share my screen and share everything, I need to show one more thing that's vital in order to make this entire funnel work. Now, you remember how before I mentioned that the funnel is an ad to an opt-in, then to a VSL, then to the booked call? Well, the VSL is now what we need to look at creating. Now, a VSL stands for a video sales letter. Now, essentially, all a video sales letter is a short 5 to 6 minute video that basically sells the prospect on wanting to book in a call with you. And really, the bottom line of it is a VSL is just slightly more in depth than the ad. It's the same structure as the ad. We go through the same ideas as the ad, but we just go through those ideas in slightly more depth, which is why it's 5 to 6 minutes as opposed to the ad, which is typically only 2 minutes. So you want to start off the VSL in the exact same way in which you start off your ads. You want to start off by talking about your offer, and then you want to talk about your results. Exactly the same as we do in the ad. Now, the only difference is now in the VSL, you want to now explain how your offer and your system on the back end actually works. How does your service actually work, and how does it actually generate the results that you're promising? And there's 3 key questions that you need to answer in order to effectively explain how your service works so that your prospects buy into that idea, which ultimately means they'll book in a call with you. So here's the 3 questions you need to answer. Number 1 is you need to explain what your client is currently doing to get the results. So if you work with, for example, pool installers, and they rely on referrals and they rely on third-party websites, for example, like Angie's List or Thumbtack to get their leads. If that's their current form of acquisition, okay, the first question you need to answer in your VSL, after you've mentioned your offer and you've talked about your results, first question you then need to answer is, why is relying on referrals and relying on third-party lead websites like Angie's List not a good way of going about getting more jobs? And sometimes to get the information to these questions, you need to actually speak to a pool installer, for example, if that was your niche, and you need to ask them, what is the problem with, the leads that you're generating from Angie's List as an example? What is the problem? Are they good quality? Are they not good quality? Are they being shared across multiple other pool installers, which really, makes it super difficult for you to actually close the leads? Like, what is the actual issue with it? And then in the VSL, you need to explain that answer. What is the problem? What is the problem with relying on the referrals and the third-party websites? Because if you don't answer this question, the fundamental problem is, in the prospect's mind, they might think, oh, well, I'm already getting leads from Angie's List, so it's fine, I'll just rely on that. And then they never book in a call with you. But if you explain the issue with it, then that might then make the prospect go, oh, actually, yeah, I do need to change my client acquisition, which then opens up the possibility for your solution to come in and take place. So the second question you need to answer is essentially, how and why is your service different from what they're currently doing? Because if the prospect can't differentiate your service from what they're currently doing, there is fundamentally no reason why they would ever book in a call with you. And the third question you need to answer is, how is your service going to get them better results than what they're currently doing? Because again, even if they see your service as different, okay, from what they're currently doing, if they don't believe that your service will get them better results than what they're currently getting with whatever their solution is that they're currently using, again, they're never going to go ahead and book in a call with you. So if you run Facebook ads for pool installers, using the example we was talking about before, one of the reasons why your service will get them better results than them relying on third-party lead websites such as Angie's List is because every lead and job that you generate them through the Facebook ads that you're running for the client is exclusive to your client specifically. Whereas on Angie's List, those leads that they might generate from Angie's List, that same lead has also been shared with 100 other pool installers. So it becomes incredibly difficult for that client to be able to close a lead because they've got 100 other options that they could potentially choose from. So why would they choose, your client out of the 100 other options that they have? Whereas on Facebook, if you're in Facebook ads for your clients, every lead you generate is exclusive to only your client, which ultimately will increase the conversion rate on the back end, which makes it easier for your client. And what's also important is that your client then won't have to sift through a bunch of unqualified leads and waste time speaking to prospects who don't have the budget, because maybe one of the other things you do is you pre-qualify the leads for your client before you ever send that lead to the client, right? So you make sure that they have the budget. You make sure that the lead wants to have their pool installed within the next 2 weeks, not next year. And so those would just be a few of the reasons why your service is going to get them better results than whatever they're currently relying on. And if you can clearly explain that in your VSL, the prospect is going to book in a call with you every single time because they now feel as though they have hope that you might be able to get them better results than what they're currently getting. So now that we got that out of the way, you might now be thinking, how do I set this up step by step so that I can start getting sales calls and closing clients starting from tomorrow? So with that being said, let me share my screen here and show you exactly how it's done. Okay, so I'm in the Facebook Ads Manager here. The type of ads you're going to be running are obviously Facebook ads, okay? So how you set this up is super simple. All you need to do is open up your Facebook Ads Manager. I've just selected a very old day here just so you can see no stats. You want to go into the top left here, go create, okay? You want to go on leads. Continue. Now in the campaign section, you want to make sure that you turn on advantage campaign budget. Okay, make sure that's turned on. And then here you'll see that the daily budget is going to be automatically preset to $20 per day. This you can do whatever budget you want. However, I do recommend to do anywhere between $10 to $20 a day. That's going to be more than enough budget for you to start getting some sales calls through and start closing clients. Okay. Then in the top left, you want to go into the ad set. Okay. And you want to make sure that instant forms is pre-selected. Okay, then you want to select your Facebook page like so here, and then you want to scroll down, and in the audience section, all right, you want to make sure that in the location you select whatever country you want your clients to come from. Most of the times though, you're just going to do United States. The age, this is going to obviously be dependent on whoever you want to go after. So for example, if you're going after lawyers, you would always want to make sure your age is like 30, probably even 40, 50, 60, right? Maybe 40 to 60. If you're going after, contractors, it might be a little younger. If you're going after traders, it might be a little younger. So this is going to be completely dependent on whoever your ideal client is. But for the example of this video, I'm going to go 35 to say 65 plus. Okay. Now in the detailed targeting, do you want to put in interest in here? No, you do not. What you want to do for your audience, okay, is you want to make sure you come into the custom audiences here and you want to select a predefined CSV file that you've uploaded to Facebook. So what might this look like? Well, a CSV file is as so, okay, this is a CSV file, super basic. All you need is to basically have your first name, last name, and email. Okay, this is called a custom audience. And what you want this custom audience to be based on is whoever your ideal qualified client is. Okay, and you want to get a list of those people. So you can pay a lead sourcer to go out and generate you a lead list of maybe 1,000 people or 500 people who match your exact ideal client. So for example, again, if you're working with lawyers, you want to go out and you want to pay a lead sourcer to generate you a 300 size lead list of only lawyers. Okay, so you get the first name, the last name, and the email address of 300 different lawyers, and you put that onto a lead list like this. Okay, then what you want to do is you want to go into Facebook, you want to upload that CSV file into Facebook as a custom audience, and then once you upload it, in this section here in the ad set, you'll be able to select that audience like this. You see how it says customer list there, right? These are lookalikes, you don't want to do those. You want to select the customer list. See this, right? Customer list. Now, what this has done, it's uploaded those exact 300 people, or 500 or 1,000 people, however many you got on the lead list. It's uploaded those to Facebook. Now what you're going to do is you're going to run ads to those exact people. Because guess what? Those 300 lawyers or 1,000 lawyers, however many you generate, those people are exactly who your ideal client is. So now you're going to start to run your ad and get them in front of those 1,000 lawyers. Does that make sense? So now you can start to see how you're going to be able to start to generate qualified sales calls through this strategy. Okay. Then what you want to do is you want to leave everything else as is, because everything else is fine as it's already selected. Okay. Now we're at the ad level. What you want to do is in here, okay, in the media section, just remove whatever's already in there, and you want to upload your creative. Again, remember the creative, okay, the ad, like we spoke about before, should speak to your offer and results. That's it. Okay, so I'm just going to select a pre-uploaded one that I already have in here, and you can see the editing on it is just super basic. It's like the Hormozy style editing. It's got a simple banner. The banner should just have your offer in the banner. That's it. And then again, the ad should just say your offer, and then it should show results. So you can see this thumbnail here is in the section of the video where I go through and I just show some client results. Okay. Now the primary text, what you want to do, I've got this example of copy up here. By the way, this is pretty much exactly what I say in the creative. Okay, so it's the same thing, it's the same content. One is written and the other form is obviously a video. So if I actually just quickly walk through this, you can see that I state the offer at the top, okay? Then I go into results. I mean, that's really all it is, right? So it's like, not only have we worked with clients like this, but also last month I did this thing, and then it's also how, and then I explain a bunch of results here. These are just literally client results, that's it. And then I mentioned the CTA. So again, if you're a marketing agency owner above 25K a month, you want 90 qualified sales calls a month, click the link below. Then I CTA. Simple as that, okay? Now, this link here, you want to just take out for the sake of this video, because you're not going to have a link. We're going to do a lead form. So that's it. That's all the copy is. And again, this video is just basically this script, just me talking to the camera. That's all it is, okay? Now we want to go down to the bottom here where it says instant form. You want to go create form. Here, you want to make sure you select more volume, okay? The intro, you want to upload an image. Here, you want to make sure you've got uploaded image selected, and you want to upload an image. So you want to upload an image that looks similar to this. You just want to go into Canva, by the way, and create this. It's super simple to create. You want to just basically, again, have your market call out. So whoever your ideal client is, you want to call them out, and then you just want to have your offer. That's it. Super simple. In the headline, here, you want to make sure you call out your markets. You want to go agency owners, okay? And then in here, you want to go, please fill out your information on the next page. All right. Questions here. You want to make sure that you've got full name is the first question. And then the category is phone number. You want to add a new category, which is phone number. So you will have full name, email, and phone number. Okay. And then here, just please fill out your information below. Super simple. The privacy policy here, you can just put in the link to your funnel, whatever that is. All right. So here I'm just going to do an example. Just do privacy. Okay. And then here you want to go message for leads is in the headline. You want to make sure you go important next steps. Please click the book a call button below. Watch the short 5-minute video on the next page and book a call. A call. Okay. Then you want to make sure that a call to action button is view website, and then the link. Now you want to link out to your VSL that you create. So I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, so this is what your page should look like. Again, super simple. You can just copy this basically exactly as it is. So you can see here, this is a 12-minute video, so it's slightly longer, but this is essentially what you want your, as I said before, your 5 to 6 minute VSL to look like. So now you can see when they opt into the lead form, they're now going to go ahead and click this book a call link. And then when they click that link, it's going to redirect to the page where you've got your 5-minute VSL on. If this VSL is structured in the way that I mentioned before, where it explains why what they've tried in the past doesn't work, why this is better, everything else like that, then from there, they're going to then click on this schedule a call button, which will then take them to a calendar. And then once this loads, that's where then they can go ahead and book in a call. That's going to go straight into your calendar, and you can show it to the sales call and conduct your sales call and close the client. It's as simple as that. All right, so that's everything. That's exactly how you can start to sign 5 to 10 clients per month without doing thousands of DMs every single day, and actually get these clients coming to you as opposed to you forcing clients to try and get on a call. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, if you found value in this and you're serious about growing your agency, make sure you subscribe to my channel. We have have about 45 clients right now who all do above 100,000 a month with their agency. And we have about 5 clients who do above $1 million a month with their agency. So we know a thing or two about growing an agency, and I share everything with you on this channel. So subscribe. All right. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video.